I just flew in from Boston, and boy are my penises tired. Pornography. We are a community for teenagers who have decided to quit using pornography. We are teenagers and young adults who struggle or have struggled with a pornography addiction. We've been through the ups and downs of attempting to quit and relapsing. We've been through the promises to finally stop, only to find ourselves using pornography sooner or later. If you are addicted to pornography, we've been where you are, and some of us are still right there with you. Idiots! Well-intentioned, well-meaning idiots. I perused their forum, and I came across a thread called 100 Reasons Not to Look at Porn, or something along those lines. And it wasn't like one forum member had written out a huge list. This was with all the forum participating. Everyone was taking turns naming a good reason not to look at porn. Number 1, it takes you away from God. I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but there is in fact no God to be taken away from. That being the case, we can cross off this reason. Number 2, it supports the Mafia running most of the industry. Well, if this was 1970, you might be right, but this is 2010, and pornography is controlled by the same people who control pretty much everything else. Giant corporations. I'm supporting them when I drink Coke, or use my computer, or film videos on this camera, which was manufactured by a giant corporation. I mean, everything around me at any given time is the product of some giant corporation somewhere. So, I mean, if you're going to not support pornography because it makes money for giant corporations, then you basically need to go be Amish. Number 3, it achieves absolutely nothing good. Aren't orgasms kind of good? I don't know. They feel good, they relieve tension, they make me feel pretty happy. I kind of like that moment. Maybe I'm just strange like that. Maybe for most people, orgasms are just moments of searing white-hot agony. Oh yeah, ah! Ow! Oh, ow, not another orgasm, ow! Oh, God, the pain! Number 4, it takes time away from studying. So? Number 5, it becomes an addiction. Becomes an addiction? I don't know if you guys know anything about human biology, but we're built to want to fuck. Just like we're built to want to eat. You wouldn't call eating an addiction unless you're eating way too much. If you're watching way too much porn, like, let's say you go beyond the normal 12 hours a day and start watching it like 20 hours a day, then it's an addiction. But the idea that you can stop watching porn in order to cure yourself from porn addiction is as stupid as the idea that you can stop eating food in order to cure yourself of food addiction. Number 6, well-dressed people are more beautiful, not saying more lustable, than naked people. Well, you know, that really depends on the person. Now, someone like me, I look a lot better if I'm in a tuxedo or something than I do if I'm naked, because I am a fat tub of blubbery shit. But if I was like an Olympic athlete, I'd probably look a lot better naked. I mean, if we're talking like Susan Sarandon, then good God, put some clothes on. If we're talking like Scarlett Johansson, then good God, take some clothes off. It trains us to look at people only for their physical aspects. It's not like all throughout human history people were only judged for what was inside. And it wasn't until our terrible modern era that people started being judged by physical appearance, oh Lord! We as a species are attracted to certain men and women because they have features that indicate good health. And why is good health important? Because if you are healthy, you are more fit for survival. If you're more fit for survival, you're a better means of carrying on our genetic legacy. Number 8, it creates a false notion of self-reliance. I don't need anyone! Number 9, it distracts you from more important things in life. I was thinking about skipping Mom's funeral. Thought maybe I'd just get on the old computer and look at some granny porn or something, Number 10, the images you see in porn will be burned in your brain and pop up randomly, whether you want them to or not. Yeah, you'd be sitting there driving your car, woo-doo-doo-doo-doo, just driving my car. Why is this the symbol of driving a car? It looks more like milking a cow. Making a turn, alright. Woo, driving is fun. And then, all of a sudden, oh, 2 girls, 1 cup, no! Ah! Number 11, it literally alters your brain, whether you're aware of it or not. That is kind of what reality is. A giant mass of shit that alters your brain. When I'm looking in this direction, my brain is being altered because it's getting new visual input. When I look this way, my brain is being altered again because this visual input over here is different than that visual input over there. Everything alters your brain. Number 12, it creates expectations that are unrealistic for future spouse. Okay, you got a point there. The thing that people need to realize is that porn is about as similar to real sex as the Matrix is to a real fight. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do some karate, woo! Number 13, it makes you feel guilty. Guilty. Do you know what guilt is? 2 or 3 years ago, my father had a heart attack, and I was the one who decided that it's time to pull the plug. It's time to let him go gently into that good night. Intermittently throughout my life, since that day, I've felt guilt about that. And you know what guilt is? Guilt is conflicting emotions about something that you've done. Now, the reason that you're feeling guilt about watching pornography is because you have it in your head that pornography is a bad thing to do. So your guilt really doesn't reflect anything other than an extant belief that porn is wrong. If you didn't believe porn was wrong, you would have no guilt. So using your guilt as a justification for why porn is wrong doesn't make any sense, because it's begging the question. If you don't already accept the premise that porn is wrong, you won't have any guilt. So you see how it just forms this big circular logic thing where porn is wrong, therefore I feel guilty, therefore porn is wrong. It doesn't make any sense. Number 14, it ruins your innocence. There are people in this world right now that are getting firebombed or shot for being the wrong race or the wrong religion. There are women right now that are about to be stoned for adultery. There's so much injustice in this world. There's so much that's not innocent. And you're worried that what naked people do in their spare time is going to corrupt your innocence? Look around the world. There is no innocence to be corrupted. It's gone. It never was. It was a lie from the get-go. It ruins other people's innocence, the people in the porn. Once again, there's no such thing as innocence, but let's say there was. First of all, if pornography is evil, which it isn't, why would any innocent person agree to be in it? Unless they were coerced in some horribly offensive way. There's a round hole, and there's a round peg, and the round peg goes in the round hole, and somehow the moral fabric of everything is unraveled. Doesn't make sense, folks. Sorry, it just doesn't. Number 16, it kills your self-esteem. Once again, your self-esteem is only killed by watching porn because you already accept the premise that porn is wrong. If you didn't accept that premise, it wouldn't kill your self-esteem. So it's just another example of some circular-ass logic. Number 17, it makes you lie to cover it up. It actually doesn't make you lie to cover it up. Other people make you lie to cover it up. If you have two parents who get pissed off if you show any signs of having a sexuality of your own, then yeah, you have to hide it. But because of them, not because of the porn. The porn is not saying, hide me, hide me. No, it's the assholes around you that are making you hide it. If people around you didn't give a shit, then you could say, I was looking at porn last night. And people would say, well, that's really good. Let's go watch TV. Number 18, it kills your spouse's future self-esteem if they find out. Once again, that's on her. I have a girlfriend. She knows I look at porn. She doesn't care. It doesn't destroy her self-esteem. She's not like, what? You're a man? You like to look at other people having sex? Well, that just makes me feel so empty inside. You know what the great thing is? She looks at porn too. I look at my porn, she looks at her porn. Neither of us has any hurt feelings about it. I don't sit there crying myself to sleep at night because I just can't live up to the porn she watches. If only I was like the people in those porns, then she would really love me. Number 19, it's not art, nor artful. Arguments about what is and what isn't art have always permeated our culture. Right now, for instance, there's a huge argument going on about whether or not video games are art. In my opinion, and that's all it can really be is an opinion, some porn probably is art. Most of it, though, no, not art. But why does it need to be? Do you dismiss everything in the world that isn't art? I mean, some ceiling fans could be art, if they're really beautiful and ornate. That doesn't mean that all ceiling fans need to be art, and the ones that aren't shouldn't be used. This whiteboard behind me is art, and it's got butts on it. I mean, it's not outright porn, but it's certainly somewhat sexually suggestive. Is it not art simply because it incorporates sex? How does that make any sense? I don't understand. And why does porn need to be art in the first place? I don't understand how you can say, don't watch porn because it's not art, and people should only watch things that are art. Number 20, it puts unhelpful thoughts in your mind that might not be there otherwise. The thought that you need to go get laid is pretty damn helpful, actually. Number 21, it opens up the door to all kinds of other temptations. Yeah, of course, it goes from looking at porn to doing heroin to running over children in an old Buick to assassinating the democratically elected leaders of third world countries to global conquest to galactic conquest to universal conquest to multi-universal conquest to multi-dimensional conquest and so on and so forth after that. Number 22, it gives money to those making it. It's horrible! The idea that people could do something to create a product and sell it for money. It sounds so very un-American to do such a thing. Number 23, it's emotionally and physically destructive to those involved or often trapped in the making of porn. Well, this one's already kind of been covered, but when you talk about people being trapped into pornography, I mean, unless you're talking about, like, Russian sex trafficking type of porn, that's not all too common. The way in which people are trapped, oh no, in the porn industry is some girl lives in Ohio and she decides, I'm gonna be a star, and she moves to Hollywood, and she's like, you know, goes to auditions, and no one wants to hire her. And then, finally, some producer comes up to her and says, hey, I got a part in a movie for you. And the next thing she knows, she's, you know, in a porn. Now, was there coercion involved? Sure. There's coercion involved when you go buy a damn car. The car says, like, yeah, this is a fine-ass car. I don't know, maybe I should ask my wife. Oh, she wears the pants in the family. Oh, no, that's all right, I'll sign. You know, coercion is all over our culture. The entire advertising industry is built upon coercion. Every time you make a deal with someone, you're trying to fuck them, they're trying to fuck you, everyone's trying to fuck everyone else. So it's not some trap, it's just the way human beings interact with one another. And yeah, it is kind of fucked up, but that's just how we are. We're fucked up. And it's not porn's fault. It's our fault. Number 24. You can get computer viruses from it. You know, it's kind of strange. The first actually valid point you had was number 12, and the second actually valid point you have is number 24. You can get viruses from it. It's true. No argument here. Number 25. You can get arrested for looking at some of the bad stuff. Yucky. Yeah, sure, but why are you conflating child porn with all other porn? That's like saying that hunting is wrong, because if you shoot a person, you'll get arrested. You know, no one looks at shooting people as an extension of shooting deer. So why would you view looking at child porn as an extension of looking at any other kind of porn? Number 26. We are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. Hebrews 12:1. Number 27. God has so much better stuff for us. Once again, there is no God, He has no stuff, you lose. Number 28, it destroys your credibility. Hi, I'm a famous scientist, and I just came up with a cure for cancer. Oh yeah? But do you look at porn? I don't see what that has to do with anything, but I suppose I do from time to time. Uh-huh, just as I thought. No credibility for you, mister! But I've cured cancer. Oh, you cured cancer! Yeah, right, Fappy McMasturbate! Number 29. It leads you to believe that it is your only way of coping with anything. My dog Sparky just died. I gotta look at trannies fisting other trannies to make it okay. Number 30. You go to bed late and are tired. I've gone to bed late and been tired because I've been engrossed in a good book or a good movie, or I've just been out doing something fun. Do you want to get rid of books and movies and fun too? Number 31. It disturbs your thinking of your partner. Hey honey. I was watching a movie last night, and I saw there was this scene in the movie where the woman put the man's, you know what, in her mouth. Ew! That's gross! Yeah. Gross. Number 32. It makes you lie to yourself, i.e., there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not really a bad person, it's just some pictures. Okay, that part of you that you think is lying to you by telling you that you're not a bad person and it's just some pictures, that part is what we smart people call reason. You know that big cluster of Christianity that your parents and your family and our society has shoved into your skull to tell you that pornography is wrong? That's the part that's lying to you. Number 33, it makes you paranoid, i.e., did you clear the history last time? What if someone comes in? Which way should I angle the screen? Etc. Once again, the problem here is not with porn, it's with everyone around you. Sometimes I'll just look at porn with people right in the same room as I am, and they'll be like, TJ, why are you looking at porn right now? And I'll just be like, I felt like it. And they'll be like, okay, I'm going to leave because that makes me uncomfortable. And I'm like, well, fuck off then. Number 34, it gets even worse when they do find out. Yeah, because they're assholes. That's their fucking problem. But you know what kind of shit I get into for looking at pornography? I'm like, I'm looking at porn. People are like, that's gross, I'm gonna leave. Who fucking cares? Fuck them! If they're that judgmental, they can go fuck themselves. Number 35, it gets you grounded when they find out, and also makes others lose respect for you. Here's the funny thing about grounding. Your parents will say something to you like, you're not allowed to hang out with any of your friends. You know what I used to do? I'd go hang out with my friends. What the fuck are they gonna do? And as far as others losing respect for you, well, fucking la-di-da. You know what? Someone loses their respect for you because you have a nice, healthy sexual appetite, then that person wasn't worth your goddamn time to begin with. You shouldn't be respecting them. Number 36, it enables the sex trafficking industry. Well, yeah, some of it does, but the vast majority doesn't. The vast majority of porn that you see on the internet involves either amateurs filming their own porn and trying to make money off it, or just giving it out freely because they like the idea of people seeing them doing what they do, or it involves giant corporations paying actors and actresses to perform in their motion pictures. Number 37, it encourages and promotes a product that ruins marriages. Hello? Okay, did porn ruin our marriage? Did porn ruin our marriage? It didn't? Are you sure? What? Alright, I'll come pick you up. Bye. It apparently doesn't ruin marriages. I mean, we're not really married, but, you know, we've been dating for like forever. Number 38. It sets a bad role model for younger siblings and maybe future children. My big brother faps to furries and I'm going to too. Yeah, that'd be horrible if your younger siblings or your children engaged in the same absolutely harmless behavior that you did. Woo! The world would come to an end. Number 39. It hurts, especially when you fall. What? Are you like falling with a boner? Yeah, that would hurt. Whoa! Ah, my dick! Number 40. It can lead into further addictions, to worse and more destructive things. Didn't we already cover this? Maybe before you start a thread called 100 Reasons Why Porn is So Awful, you should make sure that there are actually 100 reasons out there so that you don't have to retread the same stuff over and over and over and over. Number 41. It's just a dumb little thing that doesn't need to control your life. Sure, we may think that porn is a huge problem, but I think in reality it is just a dumb little thing. Don't beat yourselves up so bad, but don't live a life based on lust, which I am confident all of you are okay with. That sounds somewhat reasonable. No wonder the other members of the message board roundly criticized it. Number 42. It diverts our attention away from more important and lasting qualities. Hey, you want to see Mount Rushmore? No, instead I'm gonna stay home and watch a big black guy mount a girl named Rushmore. Number 43. It may start as a small thing, but it can take over your life. Must watch porn, have no free will, must watch porn. Number 44. Because it makes you ashamed of yourself. This is like the third time this one has come up. Circular logic. Circular logic. Number 45. It makes you dependent on something other than God. Okay, let's assume that God is real. He isn't, but let's assume he is. Did he not create the titty? Did he not create the beautiful buttocks? Did he not create the vagina? Did he not create the penis? Did he not create all of these things? They're his inventions. Just saying. I don't think he's all that upset. Number 45, again. It's not at all what God has in mind for us. How do you know? Number 46. It's 200% selfish. 200% selfish, that's when you clone yourself and you and your clone are both 100% selfish. because that adds up to 200%. That's crazy. To clone yourself just so that you and your clone can look at porn at the same time at the expense of your family and your friends? That is wrong! Number 47, it's really hard to quit. That's because sex is really important. It's kind of how we do this little thing called reproduction. Number 48, it's gross. Wait, is this teens against porn or kindergartners against porn? Porn is grody! I heard girls have cuties! Number 49, it's a waste of valuable time and completely unproductive. But you work at Subway! You jerk off to porn, that's time you could have been making a sandwich! Big fucking deal! No one cares, someone else will make the damn sandwich! The reality is that most of us are losers and that our time isn't really all that valuable. Number 50, it is a betrayal to your partner and more so to God. No, it's not a betrayal to my partner because my partner knows and does not give a fuck because she's not a prudish little bitch. And as for God, your beloved fictional asshole in the sky who watches us all the time is like, hey, what are you doing? Watching your fellow human beings naked, performing sexual acts and gratifying yourself? That's wrong! I'm angry! Yeah, you know what? He can go fuck himself. Number 51, it makes you feel worthless. Hey there everybody, I'm a vigorous and self-confident teenager. Ooh, what's this? Midget porn? Suddenly I feel like I'm useless. Watching these midgets mount and stroke each other just makes me feel like my life has no meaning. Number 52, it teaches you the vice of insatiability. Pretty sure we don't need to be taught the vice of insatiability. Number 53, it makes you live a life of secrecy. No, it doesn't. Number 54, it causes you to believe you are enough by yourself for yourself. So, somehow it makes you feel worthless and yet totally self-confident. That's amazing. I feel useless. I feel like I can do anything except be useful. But I'm awesome. Number 55, it causes you to doubt your faith. There is no God! What? 59, it uses up your internet downloads, and then you don't have any internet left. You don't have any internet left? Number 60, it can give you viruses and bad stuff on computer. We already covered that, but thanks for trying. Number 61, it is in itself bad stuff on your computer. I like big butts. And I cannot lie. You other brothers cannot deny. You can't. Number 62, you often end up sleep deprived. We have already covered this. Number 63, it could lead to identity theft and therefore bankruptcy. Yeah, I guess, maybe, but it's far more likely to lead to orgasm. Number 64, if people find it on your computer, it can cause them to judge you and or start rumors about you. And in high school, that is the last thing you want. It changes how people look at you. Fuck people! The next time you feel yourself wanting to care about the opinion of a fucking moron, just don't! Just say to yourself, you know what? That person is stupid, and I don't care what they have to say, because they're imbeciles. They are incipient, fucking, low-life, know-nothing idiots! Fuck them! Fuck him in the mouth! Fuck him in the face! Fuck him! 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 Number 65. It opens a door in your life to worse addictions. Wow, that's only been on the list like 5 times now. Number 66. Just because a lot of people do it doesn't mean it's cool. It's actually hurting them too. The amount of people who do or don't do something has nothing to do with anything. Number 67. It desensitizes us to the world around us and allows us to more easily join the world, rather than be separate from it like we are commanded. Number 68. You become a follower rather than a leader. Then you cannot share the word, but hear the false praise to a consuming sin. I think I speak for everyone when I say, what? Number 69. There is nothing funny about the number 69. It makes you tell and laugh at immature jokes, and know that is not what she said. Okay, so there's this sailor who comes ashore with some of his buddies, and they find out that he's never done a 69 with a girl. So, they gather up their money and they pay for him to go have sex with a prostitute and 69er. And he has no idea what 69 even means, and they start doing it, and the girl starts to feel a fart coming on. And she goes ahead and she farts, and he doesn't seem to mind, so they just keep going, and then she feels the urge to fart again, and she does, and he's like, hold on, baby, I gotta stop you there, because I don't think I can take 67 more of those things. Number 70. When you get married and have your own sexual life, you will really regret it. Actually, I really won't. Number 71. It can make you use all your free time on this site, LOL. Number 72. Hurts the families that have people in the porn industry. My sister sucked a dick on camera. Ever since then, my life ain't been the same. Number 73. It tells God that we don't trust Him to fully satisfy and meet our needs. How the fuck does that make any sense? Oh, I built a house. Hey, why'd you build that house? That tells God that you don't trust Him to shelter you from the rain and the storm. Do you see how that just doesn't make any fucking sense? Huh? Do you? Do you see how it doesn't make any fucking sense to say, oh, if ever we do anything for ourselves, that means we don't trust in God. And by the way, I don't trust in God because I don't believe in God, but even if I did, I would still think that argument was horse shit! Number 74. Sometime you will do it again. At a time you don't really want to. Oh God, I really don't want to look at porn right now, but my hand is just going for the mouse. No, why? Ah, this isn't possible. No, not bestiality. Oh, why is this happening? Number 75. Habits are bad, period. If you don't want to do something, but you do it anyway from force of habit, you are not the free being God created you to be. Wait a minute. I don't want to pick my nose. I'm just doing it out of habit. I'm not free! Woo! Number 75. Contributes to our lack of understanding toward the opposite sex. A friend of mine gave this as a response when we were talking about porn one day. He basically said he has no interest in it because it's deceiving. Girls aren't like that in real life. Sure, there are girls that do that stuff in real life, but they don't like doing it. Actually, there are girls that like doing that stuff in real life. You know why they like doing that stuff in real life? Because they like it when guys like them, and they know that guys like that stuff. The problem is that you guys are never gonna get girls like that, because all the girls like that are taken up by rich guys. Or guys with enormous cocks, or guys that are just cool. You don't get the girls that do the freaky shit because you're losers. Losers. Number 76. It forces us to feel alienated and isolated from those around us. I was watching porn the other night. I am not human, I am a monster! It just makes us crave it more. It's a vicious cycle. So the more porn you watch, the more porn you want to watch. That's terrible. It's so awful when you find something that you actually like to do, huh? Number 78, it just brings fake pleasure and makes it all hurt when it's over. Fake pleasure, yeah. As opposed to the real pleasures in life, such as bending down on your knees and flagellating yourself for Jesus. Number 79, it makes us lust over others instead of getting to know them properly. Hello, attractive girl. I happen to notice you from across the way, and before I masturbate about you tonight, I would like to get to know you. Would you please fill out this questionnaire so that I can have an idea of who you are on the inside before I masturbate to what's on the outside? Number 80, it makes us obsessed with things we shouldn't even think about. I'm thinking about sex. I'm thinking about sex. Why is this happening? I don't want to be thinking about this. Jesus said it's wrong. Jesus said it's wrong. Jesus. Number 81. It causes us to lose all motivation, to become apathetic about everything. Brush my teeth. No, I don't want to. Fuck it. I'll get something to eat. The fridge is like 10 feet away. Fuck it. I'll just watch some porn. No, I don't even want to do that. I just want to sit here. Number 82. It makes you feel powerless, weak, and unable to control yourself. I don't want to dance to Lady Gaga right now, but porn is just making me do it. Number 83, it will add to your stress. I'm so stressed. So stressed. Porn. Porn. God, the porn is making me so stressed. Why does my skin itch? I can't stand it anymore. Number 84, it will cause problems in your future marriage if blah blah blah. Yeah, we haven't heard that one before, except for the 6 times that it was already on this fucking list. Number 85, it will only continue to break you, never build you up. It's getting awful abstract at this point, and this is as far as the list goes. They haven't made it all the way to 100 yet. Not that it really matters, since so much of the list is just repeats and retreads of earlier entries on the list, and only 2 entries on the entire list of 85 items actually make any sense whatsoever. If you're a young teenager who has never had sex before, it will probably give you a false impression of what sex is like. That is a valid point. And a lot of porn sites have malicious spyware and malware on them. That is a second valid point. All of the other points are total fucking hokum. Absolute bullshit. A big-ass smokescreen to justify the real truth of the matter, which is that Jesus doesn't want me to, which is completely invalid as a reason, because Jesus doesn't fucking matter. Jesus is dead, if he ever existed at all, and the man that he's supposedly the son of, God the Father, Yahweh, never existed, never has existed. So it doesn't matter at all. And even if there was a God, why would he care? Why would he, the creator of the universe, be concerned with what we do with our little insignificant cocks? He wouldn't care. He wouldn't care one iota, ladies and gentlemen. But the really sad thing about this is that you can tell these aren't bad people. These are good kids. They want to do good. They want to do right. And they've been duped. They've been duped by a popular culture that says porn is bad. But you know what? All of those moral jackasses who sold them this shit, who sold them the idea that porn is bad, they don't live by that. Every crooked preacher in America will go out there and tell you, porn is bad, and porn is awful, and porn is evil. And then he'll go off stage and drive home and watch all the porn he wants all night long, while he's actually having sex with some of the girls that have been in that porn, probably. He's a total hypocrite and he doesn't care. And because of his hypocrisy, there are kids out there who actually believe that message and try to live by it, even though every ounce of their rationality, every ounce of their human biology and human instinct rebels against the stupidity that has been force-fed into their little minds. So let me be clear, I'm not coming at this site with condemnation or hatred or intolerance. I'm coming at this site with pity, with remorse, with the message that this isn't how life has to be, that you can be yourself and be comfortable as yourself. You don't have to let some morality that doesn't even make sense control your life. I leave you with a limerick. There once was a teen against porn who sat around all day forlorn. No matter how he'd pray, it wouldn't go away, and he'd pull all night on his horn. I'm the Amazing Atheist. Peace the fuck out.